Hello, my name is Andrew Thake from Mines and Money. Delighted to be joined with us today by Brad Underwood, who is the Managing Director of Galileo Mining. Brad, I hear you've made an amazing new palladium mining discovery.
It has been a really successful few months for us. We made a palladium discovery in Western Australia in May, and since that time we have had the opportunity to go back and do more drilling, firmed up the discovery, raised $20 million, and are really attacking it with a lot of force at the moment. It has been a really exciting time for us.
Can you tell us a little bit about the palladium discovery? Where is it? What's its size? What's the opportunity there?
It is really early stage, and our market cap reflects that. So an early stage discovery valuation of around $200 million. The discovery was made near the small town of Norseman in Western Australia, and that's a couple of hours south of Kalgoorlie, which is in the heart of gold mining in Western Australia. So it's a great jurisdiction to be operating. The pathway to mine development is very well understood. This is an area which relies on mining, and we have a gas pipeline, a railway, a sealed highway, and a deep water port of Esperance 2 hours to the south. So we could hardly ask for a better place in which to make a discovery, one of the best mining jurisdictions in the world, and very close to a lot of existing infrastructure. So what we've done, we've completed a number of rounds of RC drilling. Our discovery hole was over 30 meters at 2 grams per ton palladium from around 120 meters below surface. We've gone back and undertaken a number of rounds of significant RC drilling, and we've now increased the amount of rigs on site and brought in a diamond rig to complete further drilling. So it's all about the drilling at the moment, and we continue to do that and wait for the assays to come back from the laboratory.
And I guess that on top of that, it's your company isn't just about palladium. You also have some other interesting deposits as well.
We do, and with the palladium, it occurs with nickel, copper, platinum, gold, and rhodium. So it's a significant suite of metals, very analogous to the Platreef deposits in South Africa that also host those metals. So although we call it a palladium discovery, and it is most definitely that, we have a range of metals that occur with it, which give us the potential to extract those for additional value from that area. We've also got a lot of strike potential, 5 kilometers to the north for that exactly same type of mineralization around Norseman. And as well as that, we have our nickel prospectivity as a standalone target. 2 types of nickel mineralization that we're chasing, the komatiite style, which has produced a lot of nickel from Western Australia. And we also have our very high value Fraser Range nickel targets. There's an outstanding nickel mine in the Fraser Range owned by IGO, which is our second largest shareholder. And they have developed that into a very high grade resource, and it's producing a lot of free cash flow at the moment. So the Fraser Range nickel targets that we have the ability and the opportunity to produce very high grade deposits. And we'll be going out and drill testing those later in the year.
And moving on from your mineralization to other aspects that make Galileo Mining attractive to investors, you've assembled obviously a really good quality management team. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and the rest of your management team?
Absolutely. So I worked for our major shareholder for 8 years, and I was the manager of a number of privately owned and operated exploration and investment companies. So our major shareholder is a well-known West Australian mining entrepreneur called Mark Creasy. He currently owns 26% of the company. I worked for him as a general manager for 8 years, and then we listed Galileo in 2018. So as well as myself, we also have Noel O'Brien on the board, who's a metallurgist with over 30 years experience in Africa. And very coincidentally, a lot of experience around palladium, platinum, nickel deposits in South Africa. So he brings a lot of experience to the board and a particular strength in metallurgy. And then we have a mining lawyer, Cecilia Kamari, and our CFO and other director, Matt White, is the financial brains behind Galileo. So we have a particularly strong team, and I think it's shown in the success we've had to date.
You mentioned there that Mark Creasy, obviously the really well-known Australian investor, owns 26% of the company. Who are your other key shareholders?
Our second largest shareholder is IGO. I mentioned they own and operate the Nova mine in the Fraser Range. They've also been very successful expanding into the lithium business. So they are focused on the metals required for the future, and they've been a very strong supporter of Galileo since day one. They've taken part in every placement we've completed since the IPO, and between Creasy and IGO, they are our major shareholders. I am the third largest shareholder, and then rounding out the top 20, we have a number of other high net worth individuals. So a very strong register, and we're all very much focused on the success of the exploration programs we are undertaking.
Mm-hmm. One big theme at the moment running throughout the industry is ESG and sustainability. What are Galileo Mining's sustainability credentials?
We have just engaged a company called Social Suite based in Victoria, that's in Australia. And we are going through the process of marking ourselves against the areas that we feel we can improve upon. We have a good track record of engaging with the local community around the areas in which we operate. And then we measure ourselves against a number of other ESG objectives. And we hope to have that available for the public over the coming months. So we are going through that process at the moment. And it is important for us to demonstrate that we are working on that area.
So looking ahead for, let's say like a timeline over the next 12 months or so, what are your sort of like major milestones that Galileo Mining have in mind?
For us, it's all about drill results. We are currently undertaking a lot of drilling and processing those samples, getting the assay results back from the laboratory, and building geological models, which ultimately will lend themselves to resource modeling. So over the next 12 months, if we continue to be successful, I hope and expect that we will be able to publish a JORC compliant resource and continue to make discoveries in the Norseman region. We believe the area has the potential to be a province scale discovery. We've made one discovery. I mentioned we have 5 kilometers of strike in that one particular area. And we have 2 other areas for a total of 20 kilometers of strike, each with its own potential. And we will be exploring those over the coming 12 months, looking to make more discoveries and to try and get a JORC compliant resource.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure interviewing you today, Brad. Sounds you've got a great discovery, great future potential, great management team, great investor base. I would recommend all of our viewers to check out Galileo Mining. That was Brad Underwood, Managing Director of Galileo Mining, with Andrew Thake from Mines and Money. Thank you very much.